What's up, everybody? Let's try this one more time. Professional wrestler Chris Wilde live here. The internet has been acting really crazy, not just here mobily, but all throughout my vehicle. It's just been very odd today, as it is another humid day here on the East Coast. I love bikinis, I love the beach, but I'm ready for fall, and I'm ready for football. And it's the NFL's cut-down day begins. Teams have to cut down their rosters, and the Philadelphia Eagles have started to do that. Most notably today, the notable names of guys that maybe we thought might have made the roster: Jason Huntley, the running back that they liked a lot. And again, I'm sorry about the quality of this video. I do not like doing these videos in the vehicle and mobily. I like coming from the bar or the studio, but it is what it is. So we got Huntley that's cut, and then Craig James got cut today, cornerback that the Eagles signed last year. They really liked him. We all remember the Green Bay game where he kind of came in and saved the day at the end of 2019. He's gone as well, and the Eagles have no depth at corner, so I don't know. Michael Jacquet finally got released yesterday, so the Eagles are paper thin at corner. Where they're not paper thin is the offensive line, and addition by subtraction today, as they traded Matt Pryor, guard, to the Indianapolis Colts. They got a 6th-round pick. They also traded their 7th-round pick in 2022 to get that 6th-round pick. I'm surprised they were able to get anything for Matt Pryor. Now, Indianapolis is having some issues on their offensive line, but Matt Pryor is the absolute shits. He is the worst. Penalty machine, just not a good guard. And I think with the Eagles signing Raven Clark earlier in the offseason, I think that helped this out and got this going, made Matt Pryor expendable. And then Andre Dillard being healthy, knock on wood, also kind of helped that as well. Matt Pryor would fill in at right tackle at times. They put him all over the line, and he was bad at every position, so he's gone. Bigger news around the NFL. Cam Newton gets released by the New England Patriots. I'm not surprised, to be honest with you. I've talked about Cam on this channel before. He just doesn't have it anymore. This is a former NFL MVP. In his prime, he was great. That day is gone. He throws the football like he's throwing a gallon of water. Like he's just not good anymore. He throws these like they're footballs. It's just not good anymore. Mac Jones gets to start New England. Again, this is not a surprise to me. However, people are speculating, where's Cam Newton going to go? And I've seen many people on the timeline say, I hope he doesn't go to Dallas. I hope Dallas doesn't try to sign him. Look, Cam Newton is done. He's done. I don't care if the Cowboys sign this guy. I don't care if the Giants sign him. I don't care if Washington signs him. I'm not afraid of Cam Newton. And I know that preseason game where he played against the Eagles third stringers, he looked good. During the practices, I know they're just practices, he did not look good at all. Again, the guy had a great career, but I don't care where he goes at this point. Guys that I want the Eagles to pick up, I saw that Antonio Gandy Golden and what a cool name, by the way. He was released from Washington. I think he was a 4th-round pick last year. I might be wrong. He might have been a 5th-round pick. Last year's wide receiver draft was absolutely stacked, in my opinion. And this is a guy that I really kind of wanted the Eagles to get. I don't know how he fell out of favor in Washington. I don't know if maybe he was injured or not. I haven't looked into it that much. And the Eagles have their own little wide receiver quandary to worry about, but would be a guy that I would like to see here. And then the Eagles definitely need to get to look at the waiver wire as far as cornerbacks go. Who has been cut as far as corners go, because the Eagles are so thin at corner, guys. I saw Washington released a guy. The name escapes me at this point. I tried this video twice already, and the internet was not cooperating with me. So a little bit frustrated on that point. I'm about to go inside the gym. Someone from the Eagles is going to talk at 4 o'clock. I don't know if it's going to be Howie Roseman and our coach, or if it's just going to be Coach. I don't know. Or just Howie. I'm probably going to guess it's going to be just Howie Roseman today at 4 o'clock. I'm sure he's going to get tons and tons of questions, not just on cuts, but Gardner Minshew, that trade from a couple days ago where they gave the Jacksonville Jaguars a 6th-round pick for him. and they got their 6th-round pick back from Indianapolis. What a shit show Indianapolis has been this offseason. But yeah, we're gonna get some answers, and I don't know about you guys, and I know the title of this is Cutdown Day News, and I gave you that in the beginning. I just want to address this real fast. I have an absolute headache over the Philadelphia media on the radio. I've talked about my disdain for them before, for most of them, the negativity, overblowing things. It's this Gardner Minshew stuff is blowing my mind. How people really believe that there's going to be some kind of controversy with Gardner Minshew and Jalen Hurts. Now, I'm not saying that it can't happen if Jalen plays bad, but the Philadelphia Eagles did not trade for Gardner Minshew to play week 1. They did not do that. Jalen Hurts is the starter. It's who they've wanted to be the starter pretty much all off season. The fact, and guys on the radio, and these are the hosts, these aren't fans, saying, well, the Eagles have still yet to name Jalen Hurts a starter. He's played every snap with the ones during practice. Every snap. They held him out of a game because of a stomach ache, and they pulled their starting offensive line as well. Because they haven't officially said this is our starter, these guys on the radio, I really believe that that's not the Eagles' intention. I'm sorry, I don't buy it. I don't buy Gardner Minshew coming in here to start when he's got to. First off, he's got to learn this entire offense. Entire offense has got to be learned for Gardner Minshew. Terminology, plays, everything. And it's Gardner Minshew, man. It's Gardner Minshew. Yes, he was decent in Jacksonville. Love his personality. Love his attitude. But basically got Gardner for a 7th-round pick and Matt Pryor. Absolutely. But the fact that these guys people actually think it's a negative that the Eagles got Gardner Minshew. Oh, how can they do this to Jalen Hurts? It's going to get in Jalen Hurts' head. Jalen Hurts is not Carson Wentz. One thing about this kid, first off, and I know college doesn't mean shit in the pros, but first off, and let me get on this rant real quick, his college resume is better than probably anybody's in the NFC East, right? Quarterback-wise. It was better than Carson Wentz's. I'm not saying that makes him a better pro quarterback. I'm not saying that at all. But the kid is mentally tough. We saw what he went through in Alabama. That's been well documented. I've talked about it here. The guy is not going to let the fact that the Eagles traded for a better third quarterback, Gardner Minshew, he's not going to let that bring him down. He's absolutely not. And if he is, then why I don't want him as a quarterback anyway. I just don't get it. Oh, this is such a bad move by the Eagles. They got a backup quarterback for a 6th-round pick. Joe Flacco can't move. I don't want, if knock on wood, God forbid, something happens to Jalen Hurts or he plays poorly, I don't want Joe Flacco coming in. Again, nice little story, local guy, Super Bowl champion. He cannot move. He cannot move anymore. He's got a little helmet. I don't want Flacco in there. I don't mind a Gardner Minshew coming in that started 20 games in this league and won some games with a bad and horrible Jacksonville Jaguars team. I don't want Flacco in there. For people to think that this is a negative that they got this guy, it's just negative to be negative. It's negative to be negative. It really is. It's just, and I get these radio guys don't have much to talk about. I understand that. I understand that they have to get people to stay on the radio and listen to what they have to say and want to argue with them, so they call in and it brings up the ratings and all that. But it's just ridiculous at this point. It's just ridiculous. So we'll see what happens today with Howie Roseman and if the Eagles make any more moves. Again, if you guys are just joining, let's see real quick. David says he feels like we got Gardner because he runs a similar offense as Jalen Hurts. Yeah, and Gardner Minshew is not a statue. Gardner Minshew can move. And yes, he does a similar offense as Jalen Hurts, so it makes sense to put, if something happens, to put him in there. Joe Flacco might get released today, for all we know, and which would make the Eagles look idiotic because he had guaranteed $3 million. But it is what it is. I'm sure they didn't think that they could get Gardner Minshew for a 6th-round pick. And I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm not hating on Gardner Minshew at all. I think Gardner Minshew, besides Dak Prescott, I don't even like Dak Prescott that much. he's right up. He's better than Daniel Jones, and he's better than Ryan Fitzpatrick. So according to reports, Deshaun Watson will not waive his no-trade clause to come to Philadelphia. There's speculation that he'll be traded in days to the Dolphins or the Panthers, most likely the Dolphins. Listen, I've said this before. All this stuff that this guy's got going on, the FBI looking into all these cases, he's going to probably have a year of suspension. He might go to jail. I don't want any part of Deshaun Watson. I don't care if he's a top 5 or top 3 quarterback. You don't know when he's ever going to play. Plus, you're worried about Jalen Hurts' mental state. What does this do to Deshaun Watson? What does taking a year off do to Deshaun Watson's mental state? He could come back and not be the same guy. I mean, that's not out of the water to say that. I don't want him. I just don't. 3 firsts and a couple second-round picks are what Houston's asking for, and it's worth it if you get the Deshaun Watson that doesn't have all these charges on him. But I don't care. I'm glad he doesn't want to come here. Now, when Gardner Minshew the Eagles traded for Gardner Minshew, people go, uh-oh. The Eagles know Deshaun Watson's going to get suspended. They want a guy that can come in here and start, and they know Houston wants Jalen Hurts because he's from Houston. So Jalen Hurts is going to get traded to Houston, and Gardner Minshew is going to start for the Eagles while Deshaun Watson is serving his suspension. That's what everybody thought. That's not happening. It's just not happening. It's not. I understand Watson has literally no say, but he does have no trade clause. So whether Houston likes it or not, if he says he doesn't want to get traded, he's not going to get traded. So and that's all it is. They can keep him inactive, and they still pay him all this money on his huge deal that they have. So yeah, I don't want any part of Deshaun Watson. Ride it out with Jalen Hurts. If Jalen Hurts is absolutely horrible, if he is the second worst quarterback, like all these analysts say he is, then we got a guy that can at least come in and play and give you a chance. And the Eagles have so many draft picks to work with next year, and so much money under the cap to spend next year. We're not going to. This is a team that doesn't stay down for long. It just doesn't. But yeah, I'd really rather not have Deshaun Watson. I have a good feeling about Jalen Hurts this year because of the cast around him. I mean, this wide receiver core looked very, 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 very bad coming into the offseason, and then you just see guys start to play like they were drafted. When I mean Jalen Reagor looks good in camp, looks decent in games. J.J. Whiteside made a play. Quez Watkins is an emerging star. Devontae Smith is a first-round pick that is breaking ankles already. Then you still have Zach Ertz. You still have Dallas Goedert. You got a good offensive line. You got an amazing running back room. In my opinion, with Miles Sanders, I think he's going to have the best year of his career because of the offense that he's going to be in. We saw what that did for Jonathan Taylor last year, and then guys like Kenny Gainwell that are coming in. Boston Scott is still good, and Jordan Howard is in the best shape of his career coming into this season. I think the offense is going to be better than anybody thought it was going to be. I think the defense is going to be decent too, which leads me to think that the Eagles are going to win over half their games. That's just my opinion, and we'll see. It can completely blow up if the quarterback sucks. But again, Jalen Hurts is bad. You have Gardner Minshew. So just to wrap things up, guys, as I want to get into the gym and get this workout going, Matt Pryor finally gone from the team. Good riddance to Indianapolis to be with Carson Wentz. If Carson ever gets off the COVID list and isn't injured, we'll see. Hopefully he does, so the Eagles get that first-round pick. The Eagles have started cutting guys. Craig James, a notable guy that they cut. Cornerback Jason Huntley, a running back that they really liked, was cut as well. And then Cam Newton in New England is the biggest name so far today, unless something's happened since I've been talking to you guys, that has been cut. We'll see where he ends up. People think it's going to be the NFC East. I don't give a shit, as long as it's not on the Eagles, because like I said, I think Cam Newton, I think he's done. It's just my own opinion. I just think he is done. So it's Mac Jones time in New England, and it'll be Howie Roseman time or Nick Sirianni time at 4 o'clock when they talk. And then there might be another video here on this channel just talking about everything, seeing how my day goes. Also, be on the lookout for episode 2 of The Soprambros. That is coming up as well. Guys, please stay hydrated. Have a great day. Eagles football in less than 2 weeks as this roster starts to take shape. Keep an eye on it. I'm looking to see, is it going to be John Hightower or is it going to be J.J. Whiteside? Will Travis Fulgham make this team? A lot of questions are still unanswered for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I'm here for it, and I'm ready as the NFL less than 2 weeks away. Guys, take it easy. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Go Birds. I'll see you later.